What it? What it? What it? What it? What it? What it do? It's your boy ELOOO, man. And y'all already know it is a beautiful morning. It's a beautiful morning. Yeah. You know, we get to the barbershop down there legit cuz Biggie started the day off with that on the radio. It's a beautiful morning. Yeah. Yeah. What it do, y'all? How y'all doing, man? It feels so good to be back on with y'all. For one, I've been sick, man. I've been sick. They say the flu going around, so my body went to hurting. I couldn't move. I was sick, laid up in the bed. My wife told me, you going to the hospital. You gonna go get checked out, moping around here. We got stuff to do. We can't be getting everybody in the house sick. Go to the hospital. Guess what? No flu, no RSV, no COVID. He said there's some infection going around, so I came on here to simply tell y'all stay up on your vitamin C, your elderberries, all the good stuff to help boost your immune system for the simple fact. It's something going around, they don't even know what it is, dog. Hey, but we here, we in good spirits. We in great spirits, actually, because, hey, I got some stuff to talk to y'all about, show y'all, and I want to know what y'all think about this because the Miami Hurricanes is in the national championship. And let me say this here. A lot of people do a lot of talking. There's a lot of podcasts out here that do a lot of talking, a lot of hypothetical, a lot of scenario-based type situations and conversations. And I always tell y'all, I'm not that type of podcast host. I'm not a situational guy as into talking of what could happen. I speak on the things that do happen, that has happened. So all that hypothetical, you know how many podcasts is out on YouTube right now saying that Miami won't get into the playoffs? They say Miami won't get into the playoffs, bro. And I came on my story on Instagram and I told y'all, I don't do that type of stuff. I said, you got to let the real life play out. You got to let real life play out. See, I talk sports and I talk real life grown man situations with the crowd on here on Sip This Coffee. Matter of fact, Sip This Coffee. Did a little too perfect this morning. It's got that perfect blend to it. Ain't too sweet, ain't too, you know what I mean? Raw is perfect blend. Like I said, y'all, hey, we in the neighborhood with it. I'm just gonna make sure I ain't got nothing hanging and none of that there, cause I'm still coming up under it, from up under it, you know what I'm saying? But, when I say I'm coming from up under it, I'm talking about from under the weather. And then you wake up this morning and it's getting cold as heck down here in South Florida. We in Fort Pierre, Florida, baby. It is not supposed to be in no 40s, 20s, 30s, none of that. And that's what we waking up to today. So without further ado, let's go to what I came to do. Hey, I just want to go to some stuff to show y'all that what it's called. When I'm talking to y'all on here, I'm actually talking to y'all about real stuff. I ain't on here just running my mouth just to be running it. But I got stamps. I got stamps. And let's see what we got here.
That year when Mario didn't take the knee and the man didn't fumble because his arm was down and y'all just want to ride that so much. Some of y'all still on that. Oh, he should have took the knee. Mario don't know how to coach. He should have took the knee. Man, this man done won 4 more games than he's won each year he's here since he's been here. He won 10 this year and only lost 3. So if he happened to keep up the resume that he's built up since he's been here, you tell me where we gonna end up this year. If we happen to win 3 to 4 more games than we did last year, I believe them numbers will take us through the ACC championship and the playoffs. 3 to 4 more wins than we had last year will take us through the ACC championship, getting crowned, and through the playoffs, getting crowned. All this, we don't have no proven receivers and all this stuff here, and we ain't got no proven backup players. That's all lies. Our whole offensive line has been our offensive line. That year when Mario didn't take the knee and the man didn't, if you scroll your
Hold
that year when Mario
on, go back. My fault.
and the man didn't fumble because his arm was down. And
hold on. There's more. There is lots more. And I'm not really one of them I told you people, but today I'm one of them I told you people because these clips all come from season last year. I said a lot of this stuff. Hold on, I got one more I want to play for y'all. And I'm gonna keep the show rolling. Okay, let's go here. What's the date on this one? 9
What
months.
Mario has done this year to the roster, on top of to add on what he did last year to the
This was
roster,
in June.
is completely mind blowing. And as a childhood Miami Hurricane fan, growing into a grown man, I would like to thank him right here on this on my network, on my channel. Yeah, on my channel, I would like to thank Mario Cristobal, and I would like to lay it on the table that this man is a complete genius. What he is doing in Dade County will go down into historic times. This will be precedented with the legendary times, with the 2000s and with the greatest of the greatest. You know what I'm saying? All the way back to the Kozars and the Testaverdes, and yeah, we got them. Oh, do I need to talk about the Testaverde? What Mario has done this year to the roster,
And just like that. And just like that. Months ago, I was telling y'all about this roster. Months ago, I came on, sip this coffee right here with us, how we do what we do, and we do what we do. You know how we do it. You heard me? But I get passionate and animated a lot. And when I say animated, I ain't talking about all kind of theatrics of, flamboyances type stuff. I'm talking about I get passionate and I get into this thing because I be trying to tell y'all, I'm studying this, boy. Man, I've been watching the youth since I can remember watching football, boy. I know what our championship teams look like. What we talking about here? I know what the heck we got going on down there. Man, we went to multiple camps. Again, my son is a freshman in high school. My son, we took him down to the Miami Hurricane. First, let's go back to it. 2 years ago, we took him to the spring game down there. I wanted him just to see Kobe Young. I understood. I was looking at my son's structure. He was falling in love with football. He was playing flag football at the time. And I'm looking at his structure. I understand what I went through. I understand my wife's genetics. So therefore, I'm like, bro, this kid can, sprout out and be very muscle bound in no time. So I'm looking at him and I'm looking at Kobe Young, the former receiver for the University of Miami. Let's just say that really very clear. The former. Homeboy, you don't get to take no natty ride with us over there throwing the U down. What's wrong with you, boy? Yeah, now throw the U back up and show us some respect. I took him down there to see Kobe Young. To his size and his ability, I believe my son is an identical match to his abilities in size. So I took him down there to show him how Kobe Young do his thing down there. Great experience. That's the year that they did the spring game at the soccer field. Me, my wife, my daughter, we all went down there. We enjoyed ourselves, had a great time. Every time we go to Dade County with something dealing with the Hurricanes, it's a great time. This year in June, 2 days before my birthday, that I could have actually asked for on my birthday was pulling up down there to the facility at Miami Hurricanes with my son and my nephew, in which we got to meet the whole coaching staff, majority of all the players, and those boys got, you and my son got to do a workout with the Miami Hurricanes for the Legends Camp. They performed at the Legends Camp, and that day, in my mind, they stamped themselves as a class of 2029 future class of 2029 top recruits. And I'm not just saying that because these my kids, man. You got to come see them yourself. And we got a couple of them over at Fort Pierce, Westwood, but I'm going to keep it moving from there. That day, though, that day I had a chance to look at our offensive line. And I remember telling my boy, I told T.O., I said, hey, man, they don't look like offensive linemen, bro. Them boys look like Navy on these guys. These dude, I seen Brockemeyer. He was a new transfer coming into to Miami this year, from TCU, the center, Brockemeyer. Man, that guy was solid muscle. He didn't look like an offensive lineman. I don't recall seeing offensive linemen look like power lifters, just straight solid rock. No ounce of fat on them. Like, where you finding these dudes at, Mario? That alone told me our trenches was different. I got a picture of my son standing next to Francisco Manoa, and just the conversation that Manoa had with my son and me at that moment, it let me know that the team in the organization, the whole vibe in Dade County was on a different level. Looking and talking to these players, Jojo Trader, the Nuggets. Ray Joseph, man, shout out to Ray Joseph. You another player, like a couple players that left because of roster movement. just in the roster to where it needs to be. He's landing these major Miami kids, these young kids, and recruiting, and he's trying to come up with a game plan from them. And sometimes some people just don't fit. So some of these players that's in the transfer portal, it's not because they can't play or they're not available to play. It's just like this thing became like the NFL. The NFL is based on systems. You're not going to point out a guy in the NFL and tell me that that guy sucks. Every year they do a combine to pick out the best of the best. Matter of fact, they only pick out the best of the best to go to the combine that they see, because there's plenty of other people just don't get that invitation to take that route of going through the stuff. Some people got to walk on. Same thing in college. And bro, it's a beautiful situation when you get to see all this unfold with what Mario did to the roster, how he did it. And I told y'all that during the summertime on the clip that I just played for y'all, because I went down and I looked at him. I went down and I talked to him. I went down there and I watched him work out. Not only that, I'm already on my studies, man. I got cameras in the facility. I got cameras in the facility. I know what type of plays we running, man. Come on. I told y'all, I get my whistle. I sit on my couch and I coach from the couch, baby. I'm the most underpaid coach on the Miami Hurricanes roster, baby. This your boy ELOOO, baby. We don't sip this coffee. And the Hurricanes is in the national championship, bro. They're in the national championship, bro. And I told y'all it can happen. I told y'all it can happen, bro. I told y'all it can happen, bro. I told y'all it can happen, bro. Oh, Carson Beck, this Carson Beck is legit enough to go to Miami. He's leaving Georgia to go to Miami. You think he's going to do better at Miami? Yes. Georgia ain't half the O-line we have. Georgia ain't got nothing we got. Heck y'all talking about, bro? Only thing Georgia got that we had was some players that was costing us from getting to this point. Aiden Harris. Yeah, you talk junk, I talk junk. I said the same thing to you a couple of weeks ago on here. You talk junk, I talk junk. Jaden Harris. Kobe Young, you want to throw the U down. And here go the funniest thing. It was another dude in that picture throwing the Miami Hurricanes down. I don't even know who he was. That's bad if I don't know who you are on the Miami Hurricanes. That's bad, bro. So, kick rocks. That boy say kick rocks. We in the building, man. We kicking off like this here, man. Let's get to it, though. I got some things to talk about. I got some bulletin plus. I came in strong with it. Told y'all how it is. So let me just say this here. Let me ask this. Has the Indiana Hoosiers, I ain't gonna lie to y'all though, I just gonna say it one time, the way Kurt Cincinnati said it in the little press conference, he came out with it. He said, I'm not trying to hear that. All I want to know is the Hoosiers. And I called it like this. I said, I got to say it on the podcast. I got to hit it with the Hoosiers. They ain't played no motherfucking body. They ain't played nobody. Want me to be right? Oh, they this and that, they and that. They ain't got no 4 or 5 stars on their team. You right, because they got 45 and 50-year-olds on there. Mother levels 24 and 25 years old all over the roster. Boys being the whole, they talking about Carson Beck, how long he been in college. They whole roster been in college longer than Carson. What we talking about? Something that y'all probably didn't know. Trinidad Chambers is older than Carson Beck. The quarterback from Ole Miss. Yes, he's older than Carson Beck. He has an appealing right now trying to get his 7th year in college next year. Next year. Come on, man. Y'all, the Miami hate is so real and so strong. Every time I mention about the sanctions, the suspensions, the TV suspensions, and all that good stuff that we got behind the Megan Shapiro status, they won't even acknowledge it. They won't acknowledge you saying y'all haven't been to this point in 20-something years. No one has said anything about the whole breakdown after we got in trouble for Nevin Shapiro supposedly buying the players to come and win the old national championships. Well, you ain't got to say nothing because I will. This is what I will tell you. We back to paying players to come to Dade County, and we back in the god doggone national championship. Bam. with no more than 11 team like us. Let's go to it. And I want y'all to point to me and you tell me out of this roster, I did this when we played Ohio State because guess why? Everybody told me that we was gonna get smashed by Ohio State. We gonna get smashed by Ole Miss. We gonna get smashed by Texas A&M. Every week, y'all tell us we ain't seen the defense like what we about to go against. We ain't seen the offense like what we about to go against. We ain't seen running backs and receivers. You can kill that receiver talk, bro. We knocked off Texas A&M with KC Concepcion and Carver. Then we came back and knocked off Ohio State with J.J. Smith and Cardinal Tate and Brandon Enos, and ain't nobody in the nation got no other receivers like that. So y'all need to just shut up. How am I gonna tell you? Sit down and shut up. Good talk. Pull the mayo on you real fast. But look at this roster right here. Old Dominion dropped 14 on them. Kennesaw State, Indiana State. State was a school. Of course, you 73-0 them. Illinois has such an up and down season this year. I can't even put that into consideration. Only thing I can consider for them is they got a couple Fort Pierce kids on their roster that I really mess with. You know what I'm saying? One of them just transferred to FAU. Shout out to Reynolds. Reynolds. He going to FAU for Illinois now. You got Gabe Nuka should be going into the draft. You got RJ up there, Lil Robert. You know what I'm saying? There's a couple guys from St. Lucie County up there. And we just had Champ Smith from Vero Beach commit there, a Fort Pierce kid. Illinois, that's the only good stuff I can say to you about you is you got Fort Pierce kids on the roster. So keep it moving. Iowa took a the same team that they just beat that y'all claimed was so high powered that, yeah, okay, Oregon, Michigan State, UCLA, Maryland, Penn State, Wisconsin, and Purdue. You might have maybe three teams that Illinois, Oregon, Ohio State. That's it. Illinois out the picture, they definitely ain't got no O-line, D-line like what we got. Again, I'd have told y'all all year. Dan Lanning is living off a roster. He is living off a roster that Mario Cristobal created at Oregon. What do you say? Oregon. Mario at Oregon. And Dan Lanning is living off of that same template that he sat down before he left and came to Miami. What that is, what we on year 4 now? Year 4? 3 years ago he left Oregon and left him that beautiful roster. Same type caliber he done came to South Florida and built up down at Dade County. What did he learn from Nick Saban? Mass beats ass. Mass beats ass. So therefore, that's why we in those trenches in every game that you see them. They telling us that we going against the top run defense in all these different games, and Mark Fletcher still going for 150 yards on them. Mark Fletcher, we had 20 points with the. Hey, listen, I just told y'all in the beginning of the show. I still got my job. I say obtain. Like, I couldn't even go to my job. So I thought I had the flu. Them boys actually had the flu and played and won and put themselves in the Natty Championship game, bro. Hey, all I can say is this here. Come Monday night, 7:30, the losers will be finding out that we are really battle tested. We really went against every team that y'all told us would beat us from week 1 this year. When the season ended last year and it was announced that we was playing Notre Dame to start the season, y'all started with me. Y'all started the whole narrative that Miami, there's no way Miami gonna beat the runner-up to the national championship last year. They said that. But you know what Miami ended up doing this year? We ended up beating every SEC team that came in front of us this season. We beat them. Everything that y'all told us that we couldn't do, we've done this season. Y'all told us that Carson Beck wasn't the guy. Well, couple seconds left in the game. Carson Beck drops back the pass. Every receiver is covered up because Ole Miss decided to go man. Happens. Carson Beck wins us the big game with his legs. On the game with his legs, not him throwing none of his legs. Yeah, man. Man, I just had to come on here and kick it with y'all today about it because it's like, when you talk about a battle-tested team, secondary, linebackers, all of man, shout out to Wesley Passant, shout out to Popo Giddy, and major love to that boy Muhammad Toure, man. Man, the way that y'all clearing them Cam Pruitt and Chase Smith, yeah, man, we got them out there, man. It's a beautiful situation, and come Monday, I can't wait to see it unfold because, yeah, they got a lot of experience. I just feel like we got the proper young people in the proper places at the proper time. I feel like there's no greater time to be a Hurricane than right now. There's no greater time to be on the national championship than right now. There's a tide changing all around football from Little League on up. There's a tide changing, and every so often in the years in Florida, that's what happens. The underdogs become the big dogs, and the big dogs become the underdogs. That's history. And I know a lot of y'all don't watch football because a lot of y'all so bandwagonish. Me and my wife was talking the other day, and I said, man, have you ever seen, and I've been saying this the last couple of years. I told her this years ago. I said, the moment Miami starts back winning, you're going to see more Miami gear than you see any other team. And that's how it is around here. When used to see Sebastian everywhere in my childhood because the Hurricanes was like that. I mean, I remember going out just to the regular grocery store, seeing people dripped out in Miami gear. Like, then I went to a Miami game at the Orange Bowl, and I got to see Andre Johnson, Sean Taylor, and all them guys play. Changed my life as a kid, bro. I started following the recruiting trail way back then because of that stuff. Then, you know, the Gators had their time with Tim Tebow and all them there. And last thing you remember around this area, all you see was a whole bunch of Gator gear, Gators everywhere. Then it came to the Florida State time, Jameis Winston and all them there. There's so many Florida State fans around here to the point where they don't even know how to be an actual fan and ride out with their team. These people jumping ship, and all I see is, that's all I see around here. But yeah, I mean, I knock it. I ain't gonna say I don't knock it. I knock it, bro. Be real with it, man. I done been through the mud with both of my teams, Tampa Bay, ELOOO. We been through the mud with both of our teams, bro. You know what I'm saying? Find you another team to bandwagon. We don't want you over here. Half of y'all the ones who was talking junk to me the whole time, and that's why I'm gonna sip this coffee every other day, talking that noise to y'all about you, about Westwood, about every team that I'm attached to, because I like them teams that don't nobody else like. I like situations that don't nobody else like. You know why? Because I don't like being around a whole bunch of bandwagon folks. We need real deal Holyfield like this thing. You heard me? Beautiful situations, man. Beautiful situations, man. And that's what I'm gonna leave it at today, man. It's been a beautiful situation. We've been on and on it. I do got a couple more bulletins that I thought about touching on, but it's just such a beautiful conversation to say that the Miami Hurricanes is in the national championship January 19th at 7:30. It's a great situation to be on here to be able to tell y'all that season. I just played the stamps for you. It's a beautiful situation to come on here and tell y'all that uh Mario Cristobal done did exactly what he said he was gonna do at Miami. And all y'all who was talking about Mario with the knee and he can't coach, he ain't no game manager. I was telling y'all back then, y'all delusional and crazy deal because Mario don't even call Nen side of the ball. We got an offensive coordinator with Shannon Dawson, and we got a defensive coordinator and Corey Heatherman. We got a wide receivers coach, linebackers coach, D-line coach, quarterbacks coach. We got all of that. Mario don't coach none of that. He's the overhead overseer of everything. Y'all quickly to be talking about the play calls and throw Mario name out there. But Mario one of the best coaches that y'all done seen since Nick Saban. Matter of fact, Mario so good at what he do, he done built up 2 programs and put both of them in the playoffs in the last couple of years. And guess what? Y'all don't even want to recognize that. But guess what? You ain't got to. What you got to do though, I mean, if you like football like I do, if you love football like I do, what you got to do is sit your ass on your couch come Monday night and watch Mario play for a national championship. That's what you got to do. Ain't nothing else you can do about it. Miami Hurricanes play against the losers. Because we ain't playing no games with them old folks, man. Tell them people they too old, they need to come coach with me. I had this on my mind since the last episode that I did with Coach Titus for the Spartans. I got to work on my introduction, man, when I'm interviewing people, man. I feel like I don't give y'all that because I be trying to roll into the questions, make sure I ain't wasting their time. You know, I be wanting to give y'all the proper ingredients to a good show. So y'all forgive me on that. I'm working on the intro. Shout out to all of the entrepreneurs that's hitting me up to come on the show. I actually got multiple shows set up for y'all, but the thing about it is, it's timing. Like I tell you, right now, it's 6 something in the morning and I'm on this thing rolling and I've been rolling almost 30 minutes already. So trying to get time to correlate with interviewees to get up in the morning time and do this with me, that's the hardest part. Cause what I do is I come off the show and I go and take my daughter to school, all of that good stuff. As you see, it's just so unprofessional. All on the show wiping his nose and all that stuff. It's real deal, man. It's Sip This Coffee with your boy ELOOO, and this how we get down. We just giving y'all the real, the raw outside of being real. When I say being real, I'm just saying being authentic, bro. I ain't saying that I'm putting on no show trying to be something different. And that's what I love about Sipp This Coffee. That's why I love coming on here chopping it up with y'all because I could just be me. LD, ELOOO, baby. And with all that being said, man, it's been a pleasure to come on here and kick this on here with y'all. It's been a pleasure this whole season coming on here talking this football with y'all and actually seeing one of my teams make it to the highest point that you can make it, especially in college football. It's been a long time coming. Got me a little something like Sam Cooke and everything. We here, baby. Like we always do, like we always say, the end of the show over here on Sipping This Coffee. Put a smile on your face so you can put a smile on somebody else's face and we can make the world a better place. And I always tell y'all like this here. 1 finger, 2 finger, peace.